Here is my 5-minute review of Patchwork by author Matt de la Peña and illustrator Corinna Luyken. Told in the second-person singular and second-person plural, the you and the we, Patchwork features a collection of 6 vignettes. The first 5 vignettes spotlight a different character, each with their own story, while the 6th vignette features a character that I will call the everybody character, since her role is to embody the universality of all of our stories. She symbolizes the patchwork. Each vignette is marked by a color: sky blue, blush pink, peachy orange, lime green, sunflower yellow, and lilac purple. Yet, while these various colors float across the page in patches and swatches, de la Peña only addresses blue, pink, and brown in the text. You were blue before you were even born, de la Peña writes. We mark, we mark. In another line he writes, but sometimes your paintbrush at school hovers over the pink. And lastly, and when you grow up, the color you will come to love most is brown, which is perhaps my favorite line in the entire book. I found myself immediately wanting to give meaning to the use of blue and pink as a statement on gender, especially since the following scene appears to be a baby shower or some sort of gender reveal. However, upon further inspection, I understand the colors to represent more of an emotional state, blue for sadness and bubblegum pink for innocence and playfulness. The opening vignette, which features these colors of sky blue, blush pink, and brown, center a young brown boy looking quizzically as smudges of pastel blue cover his body, leaving blue patch marks on his face. A page later, the color pink emits from him like smoke as he paints his self-portrait. His eyes are downcast and he is visibly sad. De la Peña writes, but sometimes your paintbrush at school hovers above the pink. Some days, so much hurt floods your eyes, you're scared to even blink. But tears are not pink or blue or weak. They're human. You are human. Eventually, the blues, pink, and brown patches join yellow to reveal the once sad boy is now a painter, still painting his self-portrait. Yet this time, he does not seem overwhelmed by sadness. Rather, he seems to be filled with wonder at the brown skin he has learned to love. The next vignette centers on a girl's rhythmic moves. She has a sense of rhythm, a kind of math, de la Peña writes, which becomes the basis of her career as a computer coder. Then, that young boy who plays basketball, he becomes a poet. And the class clown, he one day becomes a beloved teacher. The young girl who took care of her dog, she became a crisis manager. And finally, that everybody character that I spoke about earlier, she reminds us that we are more than a single note, played again and again. We are a symphony. The poetic repetition and the personalized you makes Patchwork's message quite clear. Who you believe yourself to be in childhood can change in adulthood. Even those aspects of yourself that may have been problematic, like in the vignette of the class clown, could be transformed and become beneficial to you in the future. For de la Peña, it was his identity as a basketball player that was problematic. The boundaries of basketball confined him to one path. Yet, when he opened himself to explore other parts of his skill set, writing emerged. And while this message seems to be geared towards children, it can be just as poignant for us adults too. Who we are today does not define who we will become tomorrow. We can grow and change our minds, develop new skill sets, and embody new talents. We can take those patches and create something new, our own life's collage. A part of me wishes that the text was written in the first person, because to feel the full effect of the story, it has to be read to you. The affirmations are not your own to give. Say, for instance, this line, "You were put on this earth to dance. We know, instead of, I was put on this earth to dance. I know, I know. However, the use of the second person is perhaps the call to action of this book. It is not to be read to oneself, but to the collective we. And in doing so, in the writing of this book, De La Peña is highlighting that patchwork is inherently collective work. Each patch of our lives overlays and overlaps the patches of others until the colors mix and blend, and in harmony we say, we are beautiful.